to A Dash of Dandelion's Homestead. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Mike.
And first of all, we want to say Happy Resurrection Day. We hope you all have had a great Easter and got to spend a lot of time with your families, however that presents itself. Okay, so we'll just jump right on into it. We wanted to just kind of give you all just a casual update. Obviously, you know, we're not looking at anything special today. So, one thing that we've noticed since we've begun our homesteading journey is that a lot of people express interest in it. And one of the things that we get a lot of is, well, why do you want to homestead? You know, why are you homesteading? What do you get out of it? And so that's one thing that we'll talk about. Yeah, I guess it probably all started back in the winter. We had the great opportunity to get a couple of hogs, and the deal was that you know, we would pay for the hogs, and then they would be brought out to us, and we would process them ourselves. And I won't go into any kind of gory detail about it, but basically, you know, you're processing it for meat. And so we did about a hog and a half, and then we helped our partner. He also had about a hog and a half. And so, you know, it was just like, wow, this is amazing. You know, it's a lot of hard work. Don't let nobody lie to you. It is hard work. I think the first time that we did a hog, it took us 16 hours to do just one. It's a long time. But we slept good that night, that's for sure. And, you know, we got better at it. So by the time that we did our last couple of hogs, we did 2 hogs in about 8 hours. And actually had time to do some little piggies that our partner had. So, you know, we're getting better. But that was probably the start of all of this. You know, we were like, wow, this is awesome. You know, we were out, we were working, we were doing stuff together. You know, Mike works third shift, and so he has to sleep during the day so that he can, you know, work all night. And so that doesn't leave a whole lot of time, you know, for us to spend time together. And this winter, you know, we were with each other a long time, and we enjoyed it. You know, like I said, it's a lot of work, but it was really fun. And so we started, you know, thinking and just kind of mulling over, you know, what this was meaning for our family. It wasn't something that we intended at that point to just stop and say, okay, we're done. You know, like the more we thought about it, the more we talked about it, it just got us really excited to kind of just take it further. And so we started getting canning supplies and looking into what it took to can. And, you know, we had another great opportunity to go to a fruit auction, produce auction in Lincoln County. And we came out with a carload full. And so between the hog meat and all the produce that we got, we've been able to can, what did you say, probably about over $300 now?
Probably. Somewhere.
We have a full-size pantry, and it's full, you know, so that, you know, if that's any indication.
Man, it's not to be bragging or anything about that. It's just we decided, if you go to the grocery store and you get $300 worth of groceries, we have a family of 6, so the $300 really doesn't go far. And you're bringing this stuff home, and it's like you're going through it in a week's time, 2 weeks' time, and there's nothing to show for it. I mean, your kids are eating, and then 2 hours later they're starving to death again. And since we started doing all natural, and I'm not an advocate of health food or anything like that, everybody knows that. But you know, we know where it comes from. We know what's in it. If it seems like the kids, they'll eat, and they're not starving in 2 hours. It's filling them up. It's not all just empty junk. I mean, when there's labels on the label of the food, and they've got words that's 3 foot long, you have no idea what it is. You know, it makes you wonder where your food's coming from. So that was the start of my mindset of where we're going with this, and it seems to be working so far.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's work, but we absolutely love it. We love spending time together and doing these things. And ultimately, we're helping out our family. Mike's the only one that works. We homeschool the kids, so I'm a stay-at-home mom. So surviving off one income is hard, and doing this homesteading has enabled us to completely cut out the grocery bill. And that's actually another question that we'll talk about, because somebody said, well, how in the world have you managed to avoid going to the grocery store for 3 months? And the answer is because of everything that we have done up to this point. If there's a good sale on produce or meat or vegetables, whatever it is, we heat it up, and we try to get it as fresh as we can, and we can. For instance, we made our peanut butter here a while back, and we had 6 pounds of raw peanuts. It's about an 8-hour process just to skin and shell those peanuts, but the end result was amazing peanut butter. And I actually made a homemade peanut butter pie that had unbleached flour, raw turbine sugar, and our homemade peanut butter in it. And everybody that ate it said that it was amazing. So that's just one thing. You can still, it's not that you're giving up much of anything. I can still do desserts. I just have to, find ingredients that doesn't call for something that I can't even pronounce. I consider myself a very smart person, but, if I can't pronounce something on a label, that makes my mind wonder, like he said, well, what is that? What am I putting into my body? And so that has just kind of exploded in the last few months. We got rabbits, and so if you've watched any of our previous videos, I kind of took you on a tour around our little homestead. And so we have our rabbits, we have quail, we have chickens, and so the idea of it is to breed them and to raise up the babies that we get for meat, and that is to provide for our family. And like I said in a previous video, we're not cruel to our animals. They have good lives. We take care of them. We love on them. We make sure they have fresh water and food every day. So we do not consider ourselves cruel just because, we're raising them to become meat. That is food for our family to be able to survive. And, back in the 1900s and, way on before, that's what they did. They raised animals for food. And we our desire is to give back to that, all natural or as natural as you can get, kind of lifestyle. And we would like to expand, what we have going on here. So, we're in the process of that, and, but that's why, we enjoy it. We're providing for our family at the same time. It has cut down on bills. We have spring water, so, it's good, healthy water for us, comes out of a natural spring. And, hopefully before too long, we'll have some milk goats, so we'll have some milk, and I can make some cheese and, all kinds of good stuff. And, ultimately we want to do what's best for our family. I wouldn't say that we are advocates for homesteading, because it's not for everybody. It is extremely difficult to have 2 people working full-time jobs and doing homesteading. I couldn't even imagine if I was working a full-time job still. But you have to do what's best for your family, and this is what's best for ours. And we love it. I get up early in the morning. Some days I sleep in, so he takes care of the chores first thing in the morning, but on the mornings that I get up first, I go outside, I feed all the animals, and I water them. I clean out their houses so they have fresh bedding. And it's just, there's something so peaceful about it, being out there and there's nobody up and the world just kind of getting awake. And, I just love everything about it. And, somebody asked me today, what's your favorite part about homesteading? And I would probably have to say the animals, because I love animals anyway, and I know that these animals are eventually going to be food for our family. And, I love taking care of them, and, I talk to them. As crazy as that sounds. So, we have our own little time in the morning, and then the evening too, we check on them several times a day, make sure everything's good, and make sure they still have water and stuff. And we've been blessed enough to, we've had our quail, maybe 2 weeks?
Maybe a week.
And, yeah, so about a week. And we've had, 7 to 9 eggs already?
9 eggs.
Which is not bad, considering that we just kind of uprooted them from everything that they knew, and we actually was able to taste some of them a few days ago, and they're amazing. They're really small, but they are very rich. And so, it's exciting to see our homestead grow and see where all this takes us. I'm learning new things every day, and I've actually I have some videos about making our own toothpaste. I've made our own deodorant. I've made our own laundry detergent for like 2.5, 3 years now, and it does amazing on our clothes. And it's like $20 for all the stuff, and it lasts anywhere between 6 and 9 months. So that's not bad for a family of 6. So we hope that this answers your questions. If there's anything that you would like to know more, you can always check out our Facebook page at Dash of Dandelions or Dandelions Homestead. And of course, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel here for our
Dash of Dandelions Homestead.
Yes. And you'll get all of our newest updates. And if you like this video, just check us out for more and leave a comment. If you homestead, we would love to hear your story. Everybody has a story and, have a way of doing things their own ways.
If you have questions or, want to know how we do things, we're not experts.
No way.
I can't, this is the first time I ever tried to grow anything in the garden, and have any success. So we're winging it, so to speak. So, if you got an idea, let us know. If we can help you, we will do our best. But I just wanted to reiterate, I was reading an article, and it said, before 1940, there really wasn't a grocery store. Everybody did everything at home. And if you notice the rise of different, cancers for one reason, a lot of autism, different things that we have now that you never heard of back in the day, or might have been misdiagnosed back in the day. But it just makes you wonder, is that a direct correlation of all the stuff we're putting in our bodies? So, I'm not advocating, just get away from the grocery store. That's not my thing. But it just makes you wonder, is these cancers, is this all this stuff, a direct correlation of all the stuff they put into food nowadays? Personally, I have to take a stomach pill. I've had to for the last several years. And since we've started this, I take one, maybe one when we eat out. If that tells you anything. I've about quit taking my stomach pills altogether. So I'm not saying that is a direct correlation. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's an awful big coincidence in my mind. Mm-hmm. And I don't want people to think, if I go homesteading, I'm going to get off all my medications. I'm going to, my kids, if they've been diagnosed with something, they're going to be totally fixed, or not fixed. That's not the word I'm looking for. But, they're going to be better. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that from what I'm studying, 100 years ago, you didn't have these things. So if I can bring the food in the same way they did it 100 years ago, is that going to, that's just something to think about. But like I said, she said, homesteading is not for everybody. We're not advocating that everybody go out and just forget going to the grocery store. We go to the grocery store for certain things. Sugar, flour, things we can't do, coffee, certain things we cannot produce here.
Mm-hmm. With 4 kids, you gotta have coffee, right?
All right. But that's what we're not saying, get away from the grocery store completely. We're just saying, hey, if I can butcher a hog or 2 or 3 and get me through the winter, get me through the summer until the time to butcher another hog, if I can get chicken eggs off my chickens, that's I'm having to buy at the store. If I can, I've started these quail now. They're good for meat and eggs. So if I can use those to supplement, also with the rabbits, with the rabbit meat, we're going with our partner. We're going to be doing some chickens here later on in the summer, butchering some chickens. So if I can get that much away from the grocery store, and with canning season coming on, if we can get that much away from buying the produce that they spread chemicals all over, You know, and get it fresh out of a garden or from a local farmer's market, things like that. And you know where your stuff's coming from, and you know it's that much less I'm giving to the grocery store. It's much I'm giving less given to them. You know, that's more money in my pocket. Not that saying it's my money, it's God's money, but you know, it's that much more that we're saving. So I'm an advocate of that. And like I said, the Lord has blessed us. He's gave us all these opportunities. He's kept me and her doing things together. I mean, let's face it. Everybody knows me, and Tiffany knows that she's a bookworm. She likes to read and things like that. I don't, and it's like opposites attract kind of thing. But this gives us something to do together, you know, and it's kind of bring us closer together. So you know, that's another benefit of it. But with those things said, you know, I just wanted to reiterate that we are not, you know, doomsday preppers, or some people think that's nothing like that. It's healthier. I mean, it's just better for our family. So you know, we're just doing this so people can see that journey as well.
That's right. So like we said before, we hope you all have had a great Easter Sunday. And if you have any questions or any comments, just leave them at the bottom. Subscribe to our channel and check out our Facebook page, Dandelions Homestead. And until the next time, we'll see you later. Bye.